I have done the gratitude journals. I have done the affirmations. I have done the vision boards. I have believed with everything in my being that what I was saying was going to come true. I looked in the mirror. I had full commitment to the process of manifesting what I was hoping to achieve. And I thought for the longest time that because this was not happening, that I was the problem, that I was broken, that maybe I wasn't doing it right, that I needed fixing. But I started to realize that the problem wasn't me. It was this positive thinking mindset was I was thinking my way into what I wanted and not feeling in my body what I was desiring. So in today's video, I want to share with you why that positive mindset all the time doesn't really work for me anymore. And I'm going to share with you two new ways that I found that will support myself in what I'm kind of hoping to achieve. Just changing that narrative a little bit. So welcome to my channel. My name is Krista, and if you're new here, welcome. If you've been here for a little while, welcome back. I'm happy to have you here today. So yeah, I want to talk about that. Be positive all the time. Be positive. Just say your affirmations, do your gratitude. Like all of that is just what we're taught kind of in the mainstream, just to that's been what has been modeled for us as well too. And I started to think that this be positive all the time was really becoming a little bit of a sophisticated bypassing. Just this being upbeat all the time. Something about it just wasn't feeling right. And I didn't understand it at first, but I feel like it was very surface level. Just, it didn't have a whole lot of depth to it. It just felt kind of just very surface, like just very on the top as well too. And I started to notice that me just saying all these words or being positive all the time, that it was almost becoming protective. It was becoming like a shield to my emotions. And just by saying this, that I was just kind of like putting up this little barrier, this little fence around myself. And I started to feel that more and more. It just didn't feel right. And like those feelings that we have in our body, they don't go anywhere if we don't feel them. They just go underground into our body and they stay there until eventually they will come up in ways that we can't always predict. But those feelings that we're feeling are meant to be felt. So just kind of eliminating all those feelings just because they're not positive wasn't serving me well. And I started to recognize that as well too. It wasn't healing me again. It was just really protecting me from what I did not want to feel. And hey, we're all probably in that situation. So something started to shift when I gave myself permission to feel all my feelings, the good feelings and the not so good feelings as well too. And some of those human emotions can be challenging at times too. But I also started to see that some of those bad feelings, quote, were information for me. My body was speaking to me with those emotions and those feelings in my body. And if I just was thinking positive all the time, I would miss a lot of what my body was saying to me, what it was gently nudging me towards, what it was speaking for me. So the human experience is the full experience. We're not meant to just be happy and positive all the time. We are meant to feel grief. We are meant to feel anger, frustration, confusion. It's all part of it. So if we just believe that if we're just positive all the time, 50% of our emotions will just not be felt. We are designed to feel all those emotions as well too. So we're meant to feel joy and grief at the same time. We are meant to feel expansion, growing, and also contraction as well too. We are meant to feel confusion in our life, and the flip side of that is certainty. So all of these feelings are meant to be felt in our body at all times too. And if we kind of cut off the bad ones, we're missing out on a lot. We're missing out on some of those signals that our body is trying to share with us. So recognizing the huge gamut of we need to kind of feel them all. And a second thing that I started to notice that really shifted for me, which I thought was like so It was so easy, but not so easy. And that is just naming my feelings. So what do I mean by that? So if I was feeling stressed, I would just say out loud, I am feeling stressed right now. And be with it. I am feeling stressed. I am feeling anxious right now. I am feeling a lot of fear right now. I remember sometimes driving in my car and a situation was happening, and I remember just being at a light and saying out loud to myself in the car, like, I am feeling anxious right now. And just naming it out loud is giving recognition to it as well too. And at that point, we are able to feel our feelings, and that's really a wonderful thing to be able to sit with and do that, because our feelings don't disappear, right? They're gonna be, they need to be felt. And when we actually do feel them, one thing that I found was a little bit surprising was it allows them to shift and move out of our body. And oftentimes they shift and move out of your body much quicker than you might think. Some of these emotions that we've been feeling for months, when we actually just can sit with them, they move, they leave our body. And so that was another thing that I found was a huge shift for me as well too, just naming out loud. And also just understanding that I just had a different perspective, that I believe that whatever was happening in my life, if I was going through maybe a time that was, not preferable to me, I believe, and I do believe that everything's working out for me. Everything's working out for me, even if I can't see it. It's working out for me. It's not happening to me. It's happening for me, not to me. And this perspective shift just changes everything, really. Even if I can't see what's happening, why is this happening to me, I know that I believe that there's something that's being worked out, even if I don't see it in my human 3D world at this point, that it all will work out for me. And when I think back in some of my experiences that I've had where I had some challenging times, I can look at that experience very differently now and see it was all working out for me, even in the moment when I didn't understand that. So now with that experience, if I am going through something that's challenging right now, I do trust that I can't see it right now, but things are working out for me. So again, acknowledging some of those uncomfortable feelings. And if we're thinking positive all the time, that we won't have that experience as well too. So when we are able to sit with some of those feelings, those uncomfortable feelings, this is a way now where it allows our intuition to to tap into things again too. It's going to give us those little nudges, the information that it's trying to share with us. When we are allowed to feel, we'll feel everything. We will feel our intuition. We'll get quiet enough to hear what it's guiding us towards, what it's nudging us towards. We'll be able to hear those little whispers. And when you start to do this, you have this deeper relationship with yourself. You're really coming home to yourself. You're getting to know yourself deeply. And it's just a wonderful thing to be able to experience that. So again, shifting out of this positive all the time, being okay with some of those uncomfortable feelings is a way of getting to know yourself deeper, at a deeper level. And I think it's really key as well too. So if you too have felt that something felt always a little bit off with this whole be positive and just this positive mindset all the time, I would tap into that. And I think you were right. But also recognizing that there is a different way, there is something off. Be honest with yourself. Don't try to sugarcoat or kind of just bypass what you're feeling. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself and acknowledge what's up in there as well too, because it really that's really where it starts, just that deep relationship with yourself. Okay, so I wanted to share this video with you. I hope it resonates with some of you. I think it will. I know if I've experienced this myself, I believe that there's probably many women out there that have had a similar experience as well too. So I wanted to share this with you and some of the ways that I have navigated this myself, because I've been there firsthand as well too. So just to shift and to offer you maybe some new perspectives that maybe you haven't considered yet. and to give this a try and to begin to implement this in your life as well too. Please subscribe if you like this information, and I would love to know, you can put in the comments if this is something that you have resonated with, if you have used the whole be positive mindset and the affirmations, but something just didn't feel right all the time, but you couldn't maybe place it. I'd love to know if you've had the same experience as well. So I wish you all a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.